Vanakkam, Chennai. I am Prasad Bidapa from Bengaluru, and it is my great pleasure and pride to be here in Chennai, working with the Palladium and Phoenix to create a wonderful fashion moment. And I feel very close to Chennai because I was born in Coimbatore, and I grew up in Coimbatore till the age of about 6. So I have very fond memories of the place, and I consider myself a Tamil Nadu born person. So I'm very, very happy to be here. This is a very special fashion moment because we are trying to bring the luxury viewpoint to life. And what do I mean by the luxury viewpoint? You know that in fashion there is street fashion, there is budget fashion, and at the other end of the spectrum, at the top end, comes luxury fashion, including the big designers of India like Suneet Verma and Abraham and Thakur and Tarun Tehliani and the wonderful luminaries who have given India such a fantastic name. And just the way our brands are growing out of India and going to foreign countries, foreign brands also come to India and they become part of the diverse offering for fashion that many of us are exposed to. And in the Palladium, which is basically a luxury mall, the curation of brands is something that is done very well. And the curation is such that it reflects extremely high quality. Ipoketa, what is luxury? My answer to that is that luxury is something that is very beautifully made. It is made so well, like a Rolex watch, or maybe something like a very precious jewel from Titan or someone like that. These have the potential of becoming family heirlooms. You know, you can leave it to your daughter, you can leave it to your grandchild, you can leave it to whomever you want. So in the luxury sector, products are very well made, and that is why they cost so much. But right now at the Palladium, we have a lot of brands like A and AX and the Collective. We've got Hackett. We've got so many beautiful brands coming together, and especially a lot of luxury watch brands. In life, I think all of us have an ambition to have one very good watch so that we can leave it to our son or leave it to our daughter, as the case may be. But you will see a very fine range of watches being offered at Palladium, and some of the biggest brands of the country will be showcasing with us tomorrow. So I request all of you to come to the show. I will be presenting the show sequence by sequence, explaining what we are doing. Another very important part of the show is that this time the Palladium has invited some Indian designers, two who are based in Chennai. The first one is Rehane Yavar Jhala, and she is a wonderful designer and has been working with us for many years. She also showcases at Couture Week, at India Fashion Week. She is the opening designer tomorrow under that label, Rehane Dhala. So the other designer is Urvashi Singh. I'm sorry, not Singh. Urvashi Reddy. Vaishnavi Reddy, I beg your pardon. The other designer is Vaishnavi Reddy, and she is also a Chennai-based designer. I've not had the pleasure of working with her before, but I have seen the pictures of her clothes, which are very beautiful. She reflects a heritage point of view. She uses wonderful Kanchipuram silks. She uses all the heritage textiles of India, which to me is a very important thing. Because when a good Indian designer uses a heritage Indian textile or a traditional textile like Kanchipuram from Tamil Nadu or Mulkalmuru from Karnataka or a Benares from Uttar Pradesh or a wonderful Kota Doria from Rajasthan, when they use these fabrics and design these saris, they are continuing a tradition that is near 3,000 years old. In Tamil Nadu, you'll understand heritage because you are one of the oldest civilizations in the entire world. You have the most original language. Tamil is an OG language at the end of the day. It is not derived from anywhere. It was formed by itself, which is why today Tamil is such a strong voice in literature and film and art and in any aspect that Tamil culture will come under. It is something fantastic. And when a designer uses fabrics from various parts of India, when they sit down with a weaver educate them about the colors of the season, about international markets, then they are helping a tradition in India that is very beautiful and must be kept alive at all costs. In Tamil Nadu, there is Co-optex. You'll have so many wonderful textile people also working out of here. I've had the pleasure of working with many experts over here. And Tamil Nadu is one of the richest parts of textile history in the country. You'll have a variety of silk and cotton, which is incomparable. It is not something that can be compared to anything else produced anywhere in the world. So I encourage designers to work with these textiles, work with these craftspeople, these weavers, and bring together a point of view of India's luxury, which will then be on par with the rest of the world's luxury, which we will be showcasing tomorrow. So I request all of you to please come. The show will be starting from about 6 o'clock onwards. We will be receiving guests who will be doing a tour of the mall, visiting some of the retail outlets that they have not visited before. And after that, the show will begin at about 7 p.m. approximately. So please try and come. It'll be an honor to have all of you over here and sit and chat to you about fashion and style and luxury. So we have a very good international brand called Tumi. Tumi is known for their bags and luggages, which are very finely crafted. I, in fact, own a Tumi crossbody bag, which I have had now for about almost 5 years, I think. It looks as good as new because the quality is just so superb. Luckily, it was given to me as a gift by a friend, so I didn't have to spend too much on it. But it was really, for me, a very worthwhile purchase and gift to give somebody. Tumi, Tumi. Then we have Coach, which is another great luggage brand that is international. A Coach bag is supposed to be so finely made that it is practically indestructible. If you can look after a Coach bag and give it the right kind of, they say that you can send it to a bag spa also after a few years of using. It comes back looking like new. Coach is also a wonderful brand. Then we have Kate Spade. Kate is an English designer, and over here we offer a viewpoint of her shoes and her bags, and I think a little bit of accessories also. She's a very talented designer based out of London, and I think you'd be quite enjoy seeing her work. Then we have Dune. Dune is another British brand which concentrates on shoes and bags as well. You see, today, why are we talking so much about shoes and bags? The Indian customer, and this was discovered by some of the world's biggest international brands, we are not interested in buying designer clothes so much. We are more interested in buying designer accessories because the bag lasts for decades. The shoes maybe for a couple of years, but they are very well designed, scientifically designed. They're very nice to wear, So this is what happens when you really find a good brand offering you quality products. Then we have the Collective. The Collective is a wonderful example of Indian retail. It is a store that features over 35 international designers. It is like a department store of designer fashion. And they have some fantastic brands, including Versace and a whole lot of other international brands are very accessible at the Collective. And the Collective over here has created a curated viewpoint specially for the Chennai customer, the male customer, because Collective deals mostly in menswear. And the Chennai customer likes to wear natural fabrics, cotton, and beautiful chinos. So they make casual clothes. They make kind of also a certain amount of occasion dressing. Very, very good curation of so many designers from all around the world. So that is the Collective. Then comes Hackett. Hackett is a heritage brand from Britain. And Hackett was created as making clothes for people who rode horses, which means that they were royalty mostly. So when royalty dressed, they wore clothes like Hackett. So they are beautiful jackets, beautiful shirts, beautiful trousers, shoes. I think they sometimes do hats. I'm not sure if it comes to India. I don't know why we don't wear hats in India. We live in the hottest country with the brightest sun, and we're always running around in the sun, and nobody wears a hat in. I think young people wear a cap sometimes, but otherwise there's no hat culture in India as such. So that was the Hackett. And after the Hackett, I have Ethos Summit. Ethos is also a multi-designer watch brand, and they have some of the great watches of the world over there. Tomorrow we are showcasing a brand which many of you remember because they've been in India for many years, Favre Luba. Have you all heard? I'm so sorry. Have you all heard this name, Favre Luba? It was a very famous name when I was growing up. It used to come on the radio as ads and all that. You'll have not heard of that name at all, but you all will hear of it tomorrow when I show you the collection. Then we have Breitling. Breitling is a high-tech watch which divers use. James Bond also wears a Breitling sometimes. It's a very, very beautifully, finely crafted Swiss watch, which I think can count as one of the world's finest watches. So you'll see the Breitling collection. And then we have Omega. Everybody knows the Omega brand, the Japanese brand that has always been a big sensation in India. I had an uncle who had an Omega watch and he gifted it to me, but unfortunately I lost it. So maybe tomorrow I can take a look at Omega and see what they have over there. Then we have horology. Horology, as you know, is the correct name of the art of timekeeping and the art of making watches. Horology also has some beautiful brands to offer and a very fashion-forward kind of look. It's classic and at the same time it's high fashion. It's a wonderful combination. Then we have Oris. Oris again is a watch accessory brand and they also bring to you a very unusual viewpoint. Those are designer watches which are designed in-house, and this year they have created exactly the same color red dial which my friend is wearing in the front row. Nitango, Hidata. This red has become the dial, so you must come and see it tomorrow. It's a very nice new color red. And then we have Diesel. Diesel is one of the most fantastic denim brands in the world. It is unfortunately also the most expensive, but I have good news that there is a sale going on at Diesel, so it's a very good time to be buying there. But you know, Diesel is like a treasure house of clothes. It's not just jeans and t-shirts like many shops are. Here they have jackets, they have dresses, non-denim wear also. In fact, I really enjoyed putting the Diesel collection together yesterday because I found it extremely, streetwear, and you can wear them in any country in the world, whether you're in Milan or Paris or London or New York. You can wear Diesel and be considered a very stylish person. And then I have AX, which is Armani Exchange. To me, Giorgio Armani is one of the greatest designers in the world. Now he is in his 80s, but he has created a look of simplicity, a look of classical beauty, which is considered the most minimalist kind of designer fashion. You will not see him doing embroidery or putting shiny buttons on his jackets. Adiyala podamatar. Nothing will be put that it looks excessive or looks gaudy. If you buy a black jacket from Armani and if you don't put on weight, you can wear it the rest of your life. I unfortunately put on little weight, so I can't wear an Armani that I bought about, if I'm not mistaken, about 30 years ago. I bought it in London on sale and I wore it for many, many years. It was the first time I saw Armani doing an Indian design called the Bandhgala, which you all might remember, which everyone from Shastri ji to Nehru ji, Modi ji, all of them wear that Nehru collar. And it's either a sleeveless jacket or it's a full sleeve jacket. I got an indigo linen one, a full sleeve jacket, and I kept it for many years. Ultimately, I gifted it to a friend whom it fit very well. But the sad news is that it got torn when he was wearing it. And he's standing right there, Mr. India, Ari Dabas. Please join us, Ari. I'm on the last brand, which is Brooks Brothers. Brooks Brothers was a New York brand, a great American heritage brand that was started, if I'm not mistaken, in the 1930s. And Brooks Brothers has dressed American presidents. It has dressed American royalty, the Kennedys, the whole family. Having a Brooks Brothers suit in your wardrobe really is the old money look. It's catering. Have you heard of this old money look? You might have seen it on Instagram, a lot of young boys all dressed up in not fancy clothes, but very classic khaki pants, blue shirt, blue blazer, brown shoes, and they call it the old money look. So it seems when you look at people like that, you say, they must be having money. They are not showing off. So Brooks Brothers is that brand which makes very beautiful clothes, but they never shout, they whisper. So those are the brand of brands. And the finale designer tomorrow is a great Delhi designer called Geisha. And Geisha has been invited because uh, the Palladium feels that its luxury showcasing can only showcase the finest of fashion design. And Geisha is known as one of India's most beautiful embroidery and evening wear specialists. If you see their work, you will think it is of some heavenly quality. Beautiful silver flowers and three-dimension embroidery. It is a fantastic collection. So that way, Palladium is honoring three Indian designers, Vaishnavi Reddy and Rehane and Geisha. Geisha is run by Paras and Shalini from New Delhi, and it is all three collections are let us say that luxury is affordable only to the top percentage of the buying population. It is very aspirational. But you have seen it all during the Ambani wedding. It doesn't get bigger than that. You know, I think that the Ambanis outdid the whole world when they did that wedding. That was the very apex of luxury because it was thousands of hours of handwork. If the bride is wearing a ghagra, it has taken hundreds of hours of embroidery work. It is supporting an entire family in a village in Benares or Gujarat or Rajasthan or Chennai. You know that Chennai also makes the most beautiful embroidery for the very big houses of the world like Chanel, Dior. Do you all know that? It is all embroidered in Chennai. The greatest European embroiderer is called Lesage, Lesage. Please look him up on Instagram or on Google. Ours is the biggest luxury market. That's why so much of jewelry, especially, and now with gold value, people have understood that gold is the best investment. So the buying of gold has never been higher in India than today.
Sir, one question, sir. You informed me that there is a lot of product brands in Palladium. So how it will be helpful for tomorrow's events?
The foreign brands in Palladium have been brought in by Indians. You know that the biggest brands, like for example, Zara is owned by Tata. The other brands are owned by Reliance or they're owned by Aditya Birla. So they have brought it into India, they're paying taxes in India and they're creating employment for thousands of people. Once they come here, as far as I'm concerned, they are an Indian brand also. Because India is part of the global footprint today. We are not the other. We are not the other anymore. We are India and we are here to stay. And I feel that this is the kind of the malls, the new, well, you know, somebody called the malls the new palaces of India. I think it was Martin Singh, if I'm not mistaken, who said that the malls are the modern palaces of India. And it's true in many ways. India knows what luxury is. Our Maharajas and Maharanis invented luxury. They are the ones who created it. Today, if you look, the royal families, whether it's Travancore or whoever, are the richest in the world because they've amassed the collecting of beautiful things, beautiful jewelry. If you start collecting beautiful things today, your grandchildren will be very happy because you're leaving them such a heritage which they can sell for a lot of money or they can keep it and show that they are also old money.
Sir,
So basically,
how
Indian
it will be helpful for tomorrow's event, sir?
For tomorrow?
Yeah.
You see, let me take one example. I'll take, among all the brands who've come in over here, Zara, for example. So Zara manufactures about, if I'm not mistaken, almost 35 to 40% of its merchandise in India. So the higher that rate goes, the more employment it creates. And we also get imports from Vietnam and other countries, and those could be a little higher in price. But when you create jobs in our country, there should be no restriction on how those jobs are created. As long as our people are working and earning well, then they're allowed to work anywhere. So they have boosted the economy in a lot of ways. So you'll find that a lot of the Palladium brands who are working over here are
The Indian operation is owned and operated by Indians. The footprint is in India. In fact, the Zara store in Bombay is paying the highest rental worldwide because it's got 5 stores of a massive building. I think they pay about 5 crores a month, if I'm not mistaken. It's the highest rental paid by any Zara store anywhere in the world. So it's all bringing money into our economy. You have to understand that we collectively as India, even though we are of course the highest taxpayers now in the world, but we still are, we command financial clout. India has a say in matters now.
See, basically Indian designers, they're signing for international brands. How do you see the situations?
See, the Indian designers have not been as successful in going out as other designers have been coming here. That difference has to be redressed. Because take a brand like Tarun Tehliani. They create a brand which is a very exclusive, very expensive brand, that's the mother brand. Then he launched Tasva. And Tasva was launched with Aditya Birla. So Tasva became a high street brand where you could buy bridegroom's clothes, that's only for men. So anyone getting married wants to buy a beautiful silk kurta or a cotton kurta or a dhoti or a chudidar or a jacket or a bandi or a bandgana or whatever Indian dress you want. You can go to Tasva and find a very affordable one. I mean, it's really affordable. A bridegroom's kurta pajama set will cost about 5,000 rupees, which in today's standards of designer wear is incredible. So then you can add a jacket to it for another 7,000 rupees. So you can build on the look and make it something very wonderful. So Tasva now has got a lot of attention in India because these are Indian clothes. But they may not export very well. If you're a Londoner living in London, why would you buy a kurta pajama in Tasva? So we have not created the product that can be bought by worldwide audiences, like how Uniqlo has done, or Zara, or H&M. They are very clever. They've created a product that everyone in the world wants. Why have we not been able to do that? Our designers are very happy with India, you see, because at the end of the day, you can sell worldwide, but your Indian sale will be higher than the combined worldwide sale. Our economy is so strong today. So they say, why do we want to run behind these people anymore? Let's concentrate on India. So many of them concentrate on India and everyone else comes for a slice of the Indian pie. But as long as we are doing well, why should we complain?
Sir, about your upcoming projects?
My upcoming projects, the most important upcoming project I have is planning in Bangalore, again with Phoenix, the 2nd anniversary of the Mall of Asia. As you know, the Mall of Asia in Bengaluru today has become the premier luxury destination. Every single big brand in the world is opening at the Mall of Asia. And in October, we will be celebrating the 2nd anniversary, so we are busy planning the event and putting something very, very nice together for that. The other project that I am doing on Handloom Day, which is August 7th, is a very big show in Delhi, which will be held at the Pragati Maidan. And there we will be presenting to the President of India a show on the handlooms of India, the heritage handlooms of India. So I'm showing saris and fabrics from every corner of the country in a fast 30-minute show that shows the beautiful fabrics of all the 28 states of India. So these are the 2 big projects that we are working on. The Mall of Asia one is already in planning, so we're concentrating on that. Besides that, we keep doing different projects. So we have a men's fashion edit coming up. I want to invite some of the Chennai designers to my men's fashion edit because you have some very good designers in this city also. There's Sydney, there's Chaitanya, there's so many people who are doing very good work. Rehani you will see tomorrow. So those are the upcoming projects coming up.